In order to make ad revenue from your YouTube channel, one of the requirements is that you're able to get 4,000 watch hours in a 365-day period. That means viewers watched a total of 4,000 hours of your videos in a year. Whether or not you can get 4,000 watch hours depends on what you are willing to do to get there. Spoiler alert, there isn't a shortcut. It involves work. So I think it would be helpful to start there. What does it take to generate 4,000 watch hours? Let's start with a simple formula. Your subscribers times the number of hours of video on your channel. Let's say you have 30 videos that are all 5 minutes long. That is 150 minutes total, which is 2.5 hours of video. Now let's say you have 10 subscribers. At a maximum, that is going to get you 25 watch hours if every one of your subscribers watches every one of your videos, which is not likely. But even so, that's far from the amount of watch time you need to reach 4,000 hours in a 365-day span. Let's try another scenario with 100 subscribers and the same 2.5 watch hours in your library of videos. Now your channel has generated 250 watch hours. That's still way off. With 1,000 subscribers, your channel could generate 2,500 watch hours with only 2.5 hours of content to watch. How about 10,000 subscribers? Now all of a sudden your channel is getting 25,000 watch hours. That's way more than you need. This has all been hypothetical so far, but realistically, your subscribers will not watch all of your videos. Subscribers won't re-watch many of your videos. It's not uncommon for channels to get most of their views from non-subscribers. And it's difficult to get 10,000 subscribers, let alone 100. That sounds daunting, but here's the good news. You do have control over how many hours of content you create. If you choose to only create a few minutes of content every month, it's mathematically improbable that you'll ever get 4,000 hours of watch time in a year. But if you generate a lot of content, long format content that involves topics that people are searching for and consuming, then you will increase your odds of getting people to watch more of your content. Not only because they have more hours to consume, but also because they have more options to choose from. But more content also makes your channel look more legitimate and experienced. It shows that you're dedicated. And though it's superficial, that on its own will attract more subscribers and generate more views. So let's say your hypothetical channel has 10 subscribers, but now has 100 videos that are 15 minutes long. That's 1,500 minutes, which is 25 hours of content. Now you would be getting a maximum of 250 watch hours if all 10 subscribers watched all your videos. But realistically, by the time you have created 100 videos, you ought to be getting more than 10 subscribers. Views can generate subscribers just the same as subscribers can generate views. So let's say that by creating 100 videos, that has earned you 1,000 subscribers. That's only 10 subscribers per video. Now if I multiply 25 hours of content by 1,000, I get 25,000 hours of watch time, and that's more than enough. But realistically, all of your videos won't be 15 minutes long, they won't all be watched by 100% of your subscribers, and subscribers won't watch 100% of every video. However, you'll also get watch time from non-subscribers, so you may be able to get 4,000 watch hours with only 25 to 50 videos in your library. It really depends on the nature of the content. But what is for certain is that the more hours of content you're offering, the more watch time is possible. And if you can go from improbable to possible, then you're going to be one step closer to monetizing your channel. Now obviously, you can't just create a bunch of poor quality content and expect that people will watch it, let alone subscribe. It's very possible that you could create 100 videos or even 1,000 and no one ever watches them. So if you're having trouble even getting views, you shouldn't be trying to create a large quantity of videos to begin with. Start with a few videos and see if you can even get a few views. If you can see that there is an audience for your content, then it's just a matter of figuring out what content performs the best that you're willing to create. And then the more of that you create, the faster you're going to get to 4,000 watch hours. And let me re-emphasize that you need to create long format content. Not every video has to be long, but you need content hours to generate watch hours. Here's a little incentive. You can place more ads in longer videos, and that could mean more revenue for your channel. Thinking ahead a bit, it would be wise to have a library of longer videos to monetize, rather than a bunch of short ones. If you've peeked at your analytics, you will have noticed that people are, on average, only watching about 3 to 4 minutes of a video, no matter what it is. That's pretty standard across YouTube. But don't assume that making a video 3 to 4 minutes long will mean that people will watch 100% of it. For shorter videos, you'll likely get less than 3 minutes of watch time. It's a percentage of your video that people are watching. so no matter what the duration, viewers will eventually drop off. So if you're only getting 20% of your video consumed, then 20% of a 15-minute video is more watch time than 20% of a 3-minute video. But that doesn't mean you should make videos longer than they need to be. Here's a tip. Just write a script, or at least bullet points, and focus on getting all of the essential information in. Then see how long the video is after recording it. If the video content is going off topic or becomes redundant, remove those sections if it improves the video. Above all, focus on keeping the viewer's attention so that they watch more of your content. There are, of course, time format considerations for the category of your channel. You might want to create TV-like episodes that are always 30 minutes long. Or you might be like me and you create videos that are all different lengths. In those cases, long format content should come naturally. But if you're a channel that primarily creates short videos or animations, then you will need to think outside the box for ideas. Here are some ideas for long format videos any channel can create. Live streaming on your channel could be one solution to generate watch hours, since those tend to run long. Many content creators live stream their creative process. For example, if you animate, you could let people watch you construct your animations. If you're an illustrator, you can let people watch you paint. This can be something you work on in multiple sessions. Another idea is to record vlog-style videos where you talk about things on camera that are relatable to your audience. If there are products associated with what you do on your channel, those are always popular topics for viewers. For instance, your viewers may want to know what type of tools or gear you use to create your content. In my case, people ask me all the time what drawing tablet and software I use. A simple review talking about those products could generate a lot of watch time. And if there's a way that you can share educational information that relates to the content on your channel, that can have a lot of value to viewers as well. If you're primarily a channel that creates shorter videos, I'm not suggesting that you put more effort into this long format content than you do for your primary content. Just try to add longer content when you have the capacity. As I previously suggested, you may be able to just record or live stream a process that you would normally be doing off camera, which doesn't require much effort. Starting out, it can feel discouraging to see how little watch time your channel is generating, but with each video you upload, you should be able to increase that value over time. Due to the varied popularity of video topics, you can't expect that your growth will be consistent. You may have videos that get a lot of watch time and others that do not. By focusing on creating more of the content that performs well, you'll grow faster. But that may not always be practical. In my experience, channel growth starts out slow at first, and momentum is gained over time. Hardly anyone starts a channel as a complete beginner and has immediate success. The big channels that you were inspired by have been on YouTube for years. So with more time, you may find that all of a sudden your growth begins to rapidly accelerate. If you're expecting that in a short period of time your channel is going to get 4,000 watch hours, let alone have the capacity to create the amount of content required for that, you're not setting a realistic goal. Let's say you can create 4 quality long format videos every month. That would be 48 videos per year. If you need 100 videos to get 4,000 watch hours, then that would mean you need to spend at least 2 years creating content. So I think you're beginning to see what I meant earlier about how this requires work. You need to make tons of content and do it for at least a few years to get 4,000 watch hours. But it is possible. So how long did it take me to monetize my channels? My first channel started generating revenue in 2013, but the same monetization requirements did not apply then, so we'll skip that one. My second channel, which currently has around 5,000 subscribers, only makes a few $100s each month. It's only been monetized for 11 months, and it only took me 4 months to enable monetization. The reason why I was able to do that so quickly was because I moved content from my primary channel to the second channel. It actually hurt the performance of those videos, and they struggled to get views. But the upside was that I had an instant library of 100 videos for the second channel, which altogether generated a lot of watch time, even though the videos weren't getting the same visibility as they were on my primary channel. My third channel is only 9 months old, but it is already 3/4 of the way to 1,000 subscribers. And all of a sudden, my watch time has gone from disappointing to actually looking like I can reach 4,000 watch hours. In my experience, getting 4,000 watch hours seems to coincide with getting 1,000 subscribers. My third channel doesn't have very many videos, only about 50 or so. So gauging by the performance of my second and third channels, I'd estimate that you may need to create between 50 and 100 videos in a 1 to 2 year period to generate 4,000 watch hours. But to be fair, my primary channel has over 200,000 subscribers, and surely some of them subscribe to my second and third channels, so it's difficult to measure how that affected my growth. What I can measure is the interest in the topics I create content for. Out of the 200,000 subscribers on my primary channel, only 5,000 of them could possibly have come from my primary channel. And on my third channel, the interest in the topics I cover is even less if we're judging by how many subscribers from my primary channel subscribe to my other channels. So it's important not to compare one channel to another, because they all perform differently. You'll have an entirely different experience on your channel than I've had on mine. If you're beginning to feel like you might be getting ahead of yourself by shooting for 4,000 watch hours, that's okay. It's good to identify where you are on your career path so you can accomplish the steps in order. First, do you have a vision? Second, do you have the content? Third, do you have a reputation? Having a vision of what you want to create defines the content you create and the audience who watches it. If you create a substantial amount of valuable content over a long period of time, that will earn you a reputation, and that reputation will earn you watch time. If you don't have a vision, you won't know what to create. Your audience will never materialize because you have not discovered who you are creating content for. And as we learned earlier, if you do not have enough valuable long-format content, you cannot generate watch time even with a vision and a reputation. To give you an example, I have over 200,000 subscribers on my primary channel, and only a small fraction of them watch every one of my videos. But that's a topic for another time. So the bottom line is, if you're actually creating valuable long-format content, getting 4,000 watch hours is a breeze. If you aren't, then yes, you're getting way ahead of yourself, and you should take a step back a bit. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people make when starting a new endeavor. They skip over the fundamentals and go right for some advanced subject that they aren't even prepared for. This isn't meant to discourage you, rather I hope you'll focus your efforts on the right phase in your YouTube career. Take some time to develop your content and discover your mission and grow an audience organically. If you already have a channel that is growing, then here's some advice to help you optimize your growth rate. 4,000 watch hours divided by 12 months is 333 watch hours per month. You'll need to sustain at least that for 12 months to enable monetization. Keeping your subscribers engaged is important for generating, growing, and sustaining watch time. If you don't continue producing content, your subscribers may lose interest in your content or unsubscribe. If this happens and you have not reached 4,000 watch hours, a long-term dip in views and subscribers might cause you to have to start over again. So you have to be consistent about posting new content. You can accomplish this along with the overall goal of making enough content to generate 4,000 watch hours by making a publishing schedule. This doesn't have to be anything more than a commitment to make a certain number of videos per month. If you can make your schedule public, that helps generate subscribers because they can count on you posting videos on the same days every week. For example, you might post one type of video on Tuesdays and another on Fridays. If you need 50 to 100 videos to generate 4,000 watch hours, then how many quality videos can you make each month, given your availability and resources? If you can make one video a week for 2 years, that's 100 videos. If you can make 2 videos every week for 1 year, that's also 100 videos. You might even be able to make half of that and still get to 4,000 watch hours. And it's okay to miss a day here and there, or take a month off. You should always choose you over YouTube. But what I would recommend is to create several videos and then schedule them to publish automatically so that you don't have to worry about losing any viewers if you need to go on hiatus. But there's more to being successful on YouTube than getting monetization enabled on your channel. Once you have reached 4,000 watch hours, you also need to keep generating watch hours because that is ultimately what YouTube thrives on. And if you're making YouTube happy, you're going to get more high-paying ads served on your videos, thus making you more revenue. Let's not forget, you're trying to get 4,000 watch hours because you want to be able to monetize your channel. So it would be wise to think beyond just getting the minimum and develop a strategy to maximize your earnings. My most lucrative videos are subjects that lend themselves well to advertising, like product reviews and beginner-level content. Those videos tend to be popular because people are already familiar with the subject. Therefore, they are highly searchable and get a lot of watch time naturally. But they also have the added benefit of advertisers paying more to be shown on those videos. Even though I have some videos that generate a lot of watch time and revenue, it's not enough for me to live off of. If I didn't live in such an expensive city, then it certainly could be. But the point is that you may not be able to afford to be a full-time content creator living solely off of YouTube ad revenue. It takes product sales, sponsored videos, affiliate commissions, and membership revenue, in addition to YouTube revenue, for me to be able to do this full-time. If I were only earning income from my second channel, which has had almost 18,000 watch hours in the last 365 days, I'd be broke because it's only earned $2,000 in that period. I can't do much with $166 a month, but this is still a new channel, so I expect that I'll be making a lot more in a year or two from now. Even so, my second channel is more narrowly focused, so it probably won't generate nearly as much revenue as my primary channel, since its videos tend to promote my own products and send viewers off of YouTube to my website. But that's a good thing because that channel generates more money in product sales than I make in ad revenue on all of my channels combined. So despite owning a channel that makes a decent amount of ad revenue, if that were my only source of income, YouTube would be a hobby that I do part-time. In that scenario, I'd have to find another job to make ends meet, which would take away from the time I have to spend making YouTube videos. I should know because that's how I started out on YouTube. I had a job and I had to build up my channel on the side. Clearly, you aren't going to become a millionaire by getting 4,000 watch hours, but you might be able to pay your electricity bill, and maybe with a little more time, your rent. Who knows? One day, if you work hard, you might be able to make content creation your full-time job. I didn't get to where I am today by watching a video about how to be successful. I just felt driven to do what I do and did it. Despite life's difficulties, I haven't given up on my dream, and I push myself to improve every year. That's how you do it. Oftentimes, the answer is never that simple, but at the same time it is. To be successful, you just have to do it without making yourself do it. If this isn't something you want to do, or what I said sounds too difficult, give up. That's what 99% of people who start a YouTube channel do. Working on this video made me wonder, could it be possible to reach 4,000 watch hours dishonestly? There are people who will sell you subscribers, so it would be possible to get 1,000 subscribers without much effort. I don't know if people pay to get other people to watch hours of their videos every month, but the amount of ad revenue they would make less what they paid people to watch their videos would probably cause them to lose money. If your videos can't generate watch time organically, then there's really no hope for making revenue. And that applies to anyone, whether you're a legitimate content creator or not. And that's why you need 4,000 watch hours to monetize your channel, because it ensures that ads are only being shown on quality content that people are actually watching. If there were no 4,000 watch hours barrier, it would be like when I monetized my primary channel. YouTube was like, oh, you want to monetize that? Ha, you got it. And I proceeded to make pennies a day. Eventually those pennies did turn into dollars, but it took about 3 years of posting several videos a week for that revenue to grow into a substantial income stream. As you can see in my analytics, my revenue is all supported by watch time, and watch time is supported by the content I create. Therefore, as long as I keep creating content, I'll generate more watch hours and my revenue will continue to go up. If I stop creating content, eventually revenue and watch time will go down, though it probably wouldn't stop entirely since many of my videos are evergreen. If I overlay my videos published alongside revenue, you can see that you don't have to maintain a full schedule forever, but it really does help to get your channel started. Here you can see that despite posting fewer videos, I am making substantially more revenue compared to my earlier years on YouTube. This is because I'm posting more quality long format content, rather than trying to make a bunch of low quality 3 to 4 minute videos. It's like starting a fire by rubbing 2 sticks together. You have to put in a lot of effort up front to ignite the flame, and if you succeed, you must be able to sustain it. And if you can get 1,000 people to watch you do this for 4 hours, you'll be able to monetize your channel. I have another video in this series that shares some tips on how to get 1,000 subscribers. Check that out next if you're interested. I hope this video gave you some insight into YouTube and perhaps some inspiration. If it did, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content creator tutorials. Thanks for watching and stay creative.